Timer beeped and my safe bet 9mm turned into a damn paperweight. Not a cute hiccup either. Dead trigger, ugly stoppage, and a dude 2 lanes over hit me with, "You good?" like I was some rental counter rookie. I cleared it, forced a laugh, ran it again, and it did it again. That heat in your face? Yeah, that one stayed. And that's when I started noticing something I didn't like. 1 week, different ranges, new pistols showing up faster than they should, and not in a one guy brought a new toy way. Shops had them tagged and gone before the clerks even wiped the glass. Guys traded old, never selling this guns to fund them, then came back and bought another one, while their old go-to started collecting dust. So yeah, dominate 2026 doesn't feel like a stretch anymore. It feels like a takeover, already in motion. And the last one on this list, it screwed up my carry math in a way I still don't like. A couple weeks ago, I walked into a shop I hadn't visited in a while. Nothing fancy, just one of those places where the regulars stand too close to the glass. I asked what's new, expecting the usual names. Clerk didn't even look up. He slid a Canik Mete MC9LS toward me, like it was already decided. Guy behind me leans in. The last one, not how much, last one. My stomach did that little drop, and I hated that I cared. It wasn't isolated either. 2 days later, I'm at a different range across town, and there's an MC9LS on the next bench. Different dude, different holster, same quiet confidence. Following weekend, another one. No bragging, just showing up. In my head, it was still another micro variant. Canik makes fun shooters. That's where I kept them. Fun, I ran it cold. Timer, 7 yards, quick draws. Mixed ammo because I wasn't babysitting it. First string, flat. I stopped like, wait. Ran it again, let my grip get lazy, and the hits stayed tight. I checked the target like it owed me an explanation. What still bugs me? Once sweat showed up, that grip got slick enough that I started clamping harder than I wanted. It earned trust, fast, too fast. I kept waiting for the lie. What came after that wasn't nicer, it was cheaper, and it made me nervous. Early this year, I'm halfway down a range lane, barely paying attention, and the guy 2 spots over kept ripping drills like he had somewhere to be. Fast strings, hard reloads, back to work. No grin, no, check this out. What got me was how boring it looked. Then I finally glanced at his bench, and my brain did that little stutter. Taurus TX9, I almost laughed. Taurus still lived in my head as the cheap gamble drawer. The gun you bought when the real answer was out of stock. He didn't baby it either. On one reload, the mag didn't seat clean. He just smacked it, drove the gun back out, and the TX9 kept chewing like nothing happened. No drama, no apology. Packing up, I asked what he was running. He goes, TX9, like I should have already known. Then he adds, real casual, they don't sit in the case anymore. Guys buy them the day they land. No pride, just fact. Next week, I heard the name again at a different range. Different guy. Same calm tone. Then again, after that, that's when it started bugging me because the dudes who normally talk trash weren't talking. They were carrying. I ran one cold and tried to make it stumble. It didn't. What still gets under my skin is the trigger. It works, but it feels cheap enough to keep that little doubt alive. The Glock 19 Gen 6 annoyed me before I even fired a round. It was the grip. Not aggressive texture, not better purchase. It felt like sandpaper in the wrong places. Like it wanted to chew through a cover shirt and my side at the same time. I kept catching myself, adjusting, tugging fabric, doing that little waistband dance you swear nobody notices. They notice, and that's what made it matter. Because a Glock 19 is supposed to be boring. It's supposed to disappear in your life. This one didn't. It kept reminding me it was there. Then the weird part happened. I started seeing them. Not online, in real holsters. Guys who used to say Gen 5 and done suddenly had a Gen 6 on their belt like it was normal. No speech, no new toy, grin. Just switched. One dude I know, hardcore routine guy, said, I traded my old one and changed the subject like he'd said he bought socks. So I got pissed and ran it cold the next morning. Timer, draws, fast pairs, reloads. No warm-up, no mercy. It stayed boring under speed. It stayed flat. It stayed honest. That grip still bugged me. But the fact it ran that clean while I was trying to catch it lying, that's what made me uneasy. Hablot. Dog food under one arm, receipt in my teeth, trying to keep a cart from kissing my door. A guy stepped out from between two trucks and came straight at me. Chin tucked, shoulders forward, hands low, close enough I caught the stink of cigarettes. He goes, "You got a problem?" Like he'd already picked the answer. My hand went to the Ruger RXM without asking permission. And yeah, my shirt hung for a half second on the grip. That little snag hit my throat like a punch. I cleared it, got a real hold, and his whole vibe changed. He looked past me, mumbled, and drifted off like he never walked me down in the first place. I stood there pissed, because it wasn't a hero moment. It was a stupid moment that almost turned expensive. And the RXM just sat there ready while I fumbled real life. After that, it kept showing up. Buddy texted, "RXM gone again." Another guy asked if I finally grabbed one, like it was already normal. I spotted one on a belt where I expected a Glock, and nobody acted proud about it. It did its job. Quiet! What still bugs me is how it attracts tinkering. People start fixing it before they even learn it, and I don't trust what that turns into. The last gun? Nobody joked about that one. The room just went quiet. A buddy brought up the Staccato HD C4X in the middle of a conversation that had nothing to do with new guns. No counter talk. No, check this out. We were talking about what still mattered and what didn't anymore. Gear, training, life, all of it. He just goes, real calm. I handled the C4X. I waited for the usual. Shoots great. Feels smooth. Whatever. He didn't say better. He said outdated. And it pissed me off more than it should have because I knew exactly what he meant. Not trash. Not unusable. Just suddenly like a placeholder. Like you're carrying yesterday's answer because it still works. Not because it's the best choice anymore. Then the hard signal showed up. I called around out of spite. 2 shops didn't have one to even put hands on. One guy told me, if you want it, get on the list. No sales pitch, just a list. After that, I started hearing it the same tone from people who don't chase new stuff, the quiet guys, the ones who never show up with the latest thing. They'd mention it once, like they were admitting something. Then the conversation moved on. Here's the downside nobody wants to say out loud. The price and the commitment. That gun makes people reach for their wallet before they've earned the skill to justify it. And I still don't love what outdated did to my rotation. It didn't feel like advice. It felt like a warning. That's domination, not popularity. Replacement. A new gun starts pushing old favorites out of holsters first, then out of range bags, then out of the I swear by this talk. Shops reorder because they have to. Then the switches start. Then you look around and realize the same couple models are everywhere, like they multiplied overnight. I don't feel good about how fast it moved because this is where people get behind, then drop a pile of money trying to catch up. And that's where expensive mistakes happen. So talk to me. What's selling out where you live? What's suddenly showing up in classes and matches? And which one of my picks doesn't belong? I'm Steve. If you waited for safe, you already missed the first shift.